Hello Gemini, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be the end of the year reading, which is like part of October, November, and December. And just for the distribution purpose, like organization purpose, I kind of distributed in the three different segments. This is for October, this is for November, this is for December. But please do remember, energy does not work that separately. It's kind of all gonna be intertwined. And as I read the card, and I just want to say, like before I start, there's a lot of good energy, like nice energy there. It's like, but there is a little twist. And when I first saw this card, I was like, huh. It's like really put me like, huh, moment. Anyway, without any further delay, let's get into it. So for October, we got like these three card is Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and Chariot. Like such an amazing energy that's coming to you. And I think you already started feeling it. I feel like you are finally feeling that liberation in your emotional liberation. You feel like you can feel like, like you like kind of this sense of freedom, sense of being true adult. You know what I mean by adult? Like you can take care of yourself the extreme, like the highest way you always have imagined for yourself. So you feel that gives you very sense of stability. And it's like both are 10. It's like it's also completion, and so it feels like you have completed something huge, something a huge cycle before, like just now. And you feel emotionally and like realistically very grounded, very stable, and you feel a certain sense of joy and freedom that is happening, that's kind of brooding inside you. And it look what follows. It follows Chariot, and I feel like there is a new beginning, some like new beginning, of course, two tens, new beginning, of course. But the Chariot is also new beginnings, like movement towards what you always wanted to. Like let's say if you always wanted to start a project, art project or career related project or something, like your craft related project finally is taking shape, finally is actually you are working on it, you are acting on it, and it's actually like blooming. It's actually blooming. It started taking shape. That kind of, maybe you wanted to go somewhere, maybe you wanted to move, maybe you wanted to move to different country, different location, finally is taking place. Maybe you wanted to approach to, maybe you wanted to start at a certain kind of relationship, or maybe you wanted to go deeper in relationship or take different routes in relationship. Finally it's taking place. Finally, when you are feeling this emotional and you're like I don't know, for somehow some reason I don't see that Pentacles is always not about money. It's about wealth, and wealth doesn't have to be monetary wealth. Wealth is much more deeper and intense than money, which is like feeling you feeling yourself worth of yourself. Does that make sense? Like you are doing something that feels like you, that feels make you feel like this is you. That's why you are getting this emotional fulfillment. And also when you do something that you really truly passionate and in love with or dedicated about it, obviously by default it's gonna bring wealth, by default it's gonna bring groundedness, by default it's gonna bring dedication. So those kind of thing is work like in place in working. And that's why finally there is certain kind of movement towards where you always wanted to move, which way you always wanted to go. Finally that thing is stable, because in Chariot you see there's the two opposite. Like when your emotion and your immediate reality, groundedness is in align, that's when the Chariot starts to move. That's when the Chariot is not gonna wobble, because now both the party are on the same page, on the same speed, on the same vision. So now they can move. It's all about alignment. So October over general, I feel like it's gonna be very satisfying month for you. And then once you get into this, roll into this, maybe it's, even though it start with November, but it may come a little bit. I don't think it's gonna come. I feel like it's gonna come a little bit later in all November, maybe sometime, maybe 1 or 2 weeks in November, because these energies are huge. So you are settling down yourself, you are getting used to with this, because you are coming out, like I said, 210, so you are coming out of a huge cycle. So there is a changes happening. Finally, these things are moving. Of course, you are gonna enjoy it. Of course, you are gonna enjoy this energy and bask into the energy and try to give everything of yourself into this energy to make it work. So you are kind of busy in October and first week of November. And then I got this Five of Cups. And Five of Cups, it's a kind of sad energy. I mean, it feels like that you all of a sudden something triggered. I don't know what happened. Something triggered in your immediate environment or people you are close with. Something triggered, and you feel a sense of mourn, a sense of grieving, a sense of melancholia, and you feel like, and you I really feel like this is extremely unexpected. It's gonna come as a surprise to you, because you are in this energy where everything, finally you feel like, finally I did it, finally I put everything under control, finally I'm doing what I want to do, finally I'm going which way I want to go, finally I'm being what I want to be. And then you feel this surprise, this kind of sudden emerge of kind of sadness and melancholy, and you feel like you are just thinking about something that did not take place. You are thinking about maybe a past relationship, or maybe a lingering relationship, or something that makes you sad, makes you melancholy, makes you feel like missed opportunity, makes you feel like, oh, I don't have that, I have everything but I don't have something. You will start feeling like, okay, I have now emotional stability, I have now, or wealth, I have now financial independence, I have everything is working for me, then why I feel sad? That kind of question gonna lurk in your mind in deep down in November. And I was surprised too, and they're gonna be and so, but okay, I'm gonna go there. Let me finish the sentence. So I was surprised too, like why I'm getting this energy all of a sudden after this. And I started to clarify, and I got an Ace of Pentacles. I'm gonna say what I think the link between Ace of Pentacles and Five of Cups just in a moment. But before that, I want to say this, because these two cards came before this, because this is a clarifier. So I got Knight of Swords. I feel like they're gonna be, when you feel this, that you have everything but you are missing something. There is a sense of void, there is a sense of sadness, there is a sense of looking back, there is a sense of missing someone so deeply that you feel sad. When you're gonna feel that, there are gonna be a tendency that you are gonna go and charge them. Hey, I feel like this. Maybe you did not talk to them for years, and all of a sudden you can send them, hey, I'm thinking about you, or whatever, whatever the, like extremely random act. Knights are very impulsive, and Knight of Swords, like it's like a communication. You feel like that you need to communicate everything going on in your head, in your heart. You need to communicate. There gonna be a strong sense of that kind of impulse communication towards them. And I feel like this communication is not like with someone that you talk every day, because this is not a regular some energy. This is something past, this is something kind of buried, all of a sudden kind of resurfaced. So if you communicate, if the it's gonna be also very sudden and surprising for other party as well. But you are gonna be this kind of tendency that you are gonna try to restrict it, because you don't wanna, that's what you came out from, this impulse communication, impulse depression, like impulse feeling, like impulsive feelings and acting on it. But I don't think this is impulsive, but the Five of Cups impulsive. I feel like to fix the Five of Cup energy, because you really don't want that Five of Cup energy, because you are coming from 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. You are really all of a sudden feels very agitated, all of a sudden feel very and like agitated and ready to act on it, ready to fix this Five of Cups easy and quick, because you just don't want to go there, because that's where you came from. 10 come after 5, that means when you are 10, that means you, that previous cycle, you kind of feeling this lonely, sad, melancholy, depressed, and you finally come out of it, and all of a sudden in November it again resurfaced, and it kind of, you try to fix it quickly. But I would say hold your horse, hold your horse there, like literally that person is on the horse, like you have to hold your horse. I, depending on how intense this feeling is, whether you can or not, but my advice would be hold your horse a little bit, just go into why it is happening. I also, it's like very surprising. And so, when I clarified, I feel that Ace of Pentacles, I think these things, when you get into after this, when you feel like you're emotionally, you're financially, emotionally grounded, and you feel stable, and you feel like you can do everything by yourself, finally you can do things. But when you actually started doing this, you actually feel that this person, whether it's a person or situation or whatever it means to you, you will understand. If you're resonating with you, you will know. I mean, not now because it's gonna come surprisingly, but you will know what this could be. You will have a little bit of hint that makes you so sad, that makes you depressed. And I think it has something to do with your fundamental stability. I feel like it has something to do with your fundamental stability. I really don't know what triggered this kind of energy, but I feel like you will feel like that because you feel like your fundamental stability is in stake for some reason. And then after that, like these three cards came up for the December, which is like Eight of Wands, Three of Swords, and King of Cups. I feel like they are gonna be, you really gonna feel all of a sudden this intense energy of love, and not being, like this intense energy of, I don't know, maybe you are thinking about a person you really loved, that which did not work out well, or something did not pan out. I don't know, it has, you will feel something which is extremely emotionally important to you, or was important to you. And then you are coming out of that energy, and you got to this energy, but it resurfaced for some reason. And you wanna reach out to that person with a lot of communication, but not as a Knight of Swords. Thank you. You are not acting on a Knight of Swords in November, even though you will have that impulsivity, you will have that urge to communicate. Hey, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, I'm feeling that, and like message after message, message after message, calls after calls, like that kind of feeling. But I feel like in December you do want to communicate, because this is too much, these feelings is too much, and you are also surprised like why these feelings is resurfacing. So you feel like you need some kind of clarity, and you feel like that person can gives you clarity, and you are going to reach out. But you are not going to reach out at the Knight of Swords. You try to reach out at the King of Cups. You try to show them that you have changed. You try to show them that you really do have a sincere love, mature love for them, and they, maybe because of your, in your mind, immature maybe way of looking at love, kind of did break your heart in before. Maybe that person leave, or something, because of that kind of communication. And you are thinking, what, if this is what, then I'm gonna show as a King of Cups, I'm gonna show them how much I matured in the meantime. I'm gonna show them that I'm not that old person who just go whenever, like talk whenever they feel intense or overwhelmed, and just talk and just word vomit. I'm not gonna do that. Even though you wanna reach out, you are gonna be communicating a lot. Whether you getting a reciprocation, that's, I don't know, but you are gonna communicate a lot. You are gonna send a lot of messages. You are gonna send a lot of, you try to call them. You are try to call multiple people, maybe to ask for suggestion why these things is resurfacing. But at the heart of it, you really wanna reach to that person or the situation with a whole new maturity, emotional maturity, because you feel like that may help you in the situation. So that's what's going on. It's like very interesting how these things happen, how these things turned. And I don't know what triggered this Five of Cups energy. But energy is on energy. Maybe this, you just, even though you have all this emotional and financial and stability, but maybe this is something you need to go through again a little bit. It's just a little short run before you can actually, I don't know, this energy comes in. I'm just saying what I getting it here. Maybe this is something you really need to go through. It just, I don't know, some kind of test or something, some kind of things that you need to go through. So just take a deep breath. I know this can be a little disappointing, especially after coming out of, when you are in Nine of Cups and Nine of Pentacles and Chariot kind of energy, and then you get into fall back into Five of Cups, Three of Swords, Knight of Swords, all this kind of thing. Like, what I'm gonna do, let me communicate this, that kind of anxious energy all of a sudden from this settled, very grounded energy. I know that can be shaky. So please take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself if you're resonating with this, because this energy may dismantle the stability a little bit. But don't worry, because you want to come up as a King of Cups, so you want to have that emotional maturity. So just sail through it, even though it's a rough water. Sail through it, Gemini. You can do it. If you can, after all this cycle, can have 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups stability, if you can attain that, you can easily do it. It's just a little hiccups when you did not expect, but it's a little hiccups, little bump on the road. Just sail through it, because always remember, you are presenting as yourself as a King of Cups, not Knight of Swords. No more anxiety, not like anxious driven action, agitation driven action. You are really trying to understand the emotional core, emotional root of this situation. So that's your gonna be key. Groundedness. Always remember, you started with this, you have that in your bag. You have 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles and King of Cups in your bag. So you got it, even though you it may feel like you don't have it, because this sudden emerge of Five of Cups can throw you a little off the rail. But always remember, this is who you are in this energy. So work towards that. All right, Gemini, I think I'm gonna stop there. And if you like what I do, please do subscribe. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, all of you guys. It's really making a huge difference. And please do subscribe, like, share, whatever you do. And I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye bye.